Today we are discussing soul realization. How do we really realize the potential or the power of soul? It's actually very ambiguous. In present mundane world, everybody they run behind the materialistic things. But how do really we realize the potential or the power of soul? If you realize the power of soul, how do you connect to the benefits of it? How do you connect to the divinity of it? So here five aspects I'm going to discuss. Today three I'm discussing and tomorrow two more I will be adding to that. All the five I just tell you once. First one is fun and freedom, and the second one is forgive and forget, and third one is forbearance, fourth one fearlessness, and fifth one focus. Let us see first one, fun and freedom. Self-realization helps us to take the pain in every act of our life. And not only that, and even you can enjoy any situation as it is. You will be accepting and you will be enjoying it with ease, with equal mindset. Once you free yourself from the anxiety and tension, all the baggage is what all you carry in your physical life, you can act very efficiently and very blissfully. There won't be any stress in your actions. Once you enjoy doing it, you find fun everywhere. You find fun in every aspect of your life. And real happiness begins when you are free from your anxieties. But how do we get free from anxieties? It's not so easy as we say. It's like what we say, attachment with detachment. We'll be attached at the same time, we have to be detached. Otherwise, you cling to that and it always makes you feel very stressful and very painful, and you feel that life is very boring. Life is very stressful. That's why most of the people, they do work, they enjoy their work, but at the same time, at the end of the day, they find that fatigueness. Life is boring. They say that. Everything, see, boring word never heard in our previous years of life. But now, a small kid or an elderly person, everybody they say boring. Why do they say that? Because they are not enjoying it. They are not doing it with interest. They are not really taking it with that ease of mind. They are not seeing any divinity in it, though they get the benefit or they get any other way. So when you remove anxiety, always you will free yourself from that burden of carrying that pain. So automatically it helps you to enjoy and to do it with ease. For example, I'll tell you three fat women. They attended one spiritual session. One guru was explaining about the importance of soul and body, how it really works for individual, and what is the importance of soul. And everybody, it's not actually body, it is only the soul. Everything he explains, and at the end of the session, all these three women, they were just out of very excited emotional happiness. They approached him and almost they want to just hug him and saying that we are very happy. Then somehow he just asked them, he stopped them and he said, why are you so excited? They said, today we realized very important thing. What did you really realize? Then he asked. Then they said, all these days we are struggling and we are thinking and we are feeling very awkward for our bodies. But now we understood it's not a body. Body should be ignored. It is only the soul. See, how we take, how we perceive. To understand the beauty of soul is separated. It depends on our perception, frankly. The same way, see, for example, if you purchase a car and you went to a beach, you parked it at a place and you're just enjoying the beauty of beach, and somebody suddenly came in wrong way and he just hits you, your car. You feel panic. And after some time, you just visualize the same scene. If it is not your car, somebody else's, there your heart broke. Your heart just simply broke down. But if it is not your car, you feel bad. You don't take it to heart. Oh, something went wrong. Ayyo, we say. See the difference. Shift of thought, we say. And you only took one car for test drive and some mishap happened. The reflection is different. See, three different conditions. The incident is same, but three different situations. How we perceive. When you free yourself from that situation, you never carry the baggage, you never carry the pain of it. You will be freed from the anxiety, but for that you need to have sadhana, you need to have that meditative practice, so that anything you see, like, it's not mine. At the same time, see, I'm saying that's why ambiguous. At the same time, you say it's mine. You will be doing it with that ownership, but you will not take any more on it. You will not give any more on it. Too much of bonding you don't give. The second point is forgive and forget. The soul realization, it really reflects when you can forgive and forget anything. It's, again, I can say, it's easy to say, but very difficult to practice. How do we really forget? How do we forgive? Forgiving is something at least somebody can do to some extent. Once they practice sadhana, okay, let them do whatever, but I am not taking it to, I'm not taking it, or I'm feeling any grudge on them. I'm not feeling any ill feeling on them. I'm just forgiving. The moment you forgive, many of your health problems will vanish. Forgiving is the best remedy for clearing your health issues, or your relational problems, or your influence on any other person or any other situation. All this simply vanish if you start forgiving. Forgiving is something you can do, but forgetting is still more pain. It gives still more pain, because when you want to forget, it just comes in more vigorous way. So to this, I'll tell you one small incident, a story. Like, one father wants to tell his son, don't take grudge, or don't keep grudge on anybody, forgive everybody. Then son won't accept, and always he feels very panic for that. Then the father tells his son, do one thing. Whenever you feel somebody is really troubling you, you forgive him and keep a nail on the wall. So after some time, two dozens of nails have come, and father saw this, and he tells his son, okay, you just forgive everybody, but at the same time, you just start forgetting about it. And to do that, to get that ease, you remove all the nails, whatever you just pinned onto the wall, hammered onto the wall. Then son, somehow it relieves your pain and all that struggle and that suffering. Father says to the son, the grown-up son was very happy to listen to his father. At least somehow he wants to get it, and he just started removing the nail. Somehow he tries, and he excels in it. He removes the nails, but the scars will be there on the wall. Then father tells his son, my dear, see, if you just hurt anybody, or if anybody hurts you, it's very easy to forgive them if you have that good mind and good intention. But it is not so easy to forget that scar. That dent is very, very severe. You cannot really erase it. So it always pricks somewhere and it comes up. It just comes up. Oh, this fellow did this to me. So it really pains us. So forgetting is not so easy as we forgive. But when you start doing it, forgiving and forgetting, very important aspect of life. When you do this, you are blessing your life with many things. You are allowing everybody into your life. You're broadening your vision, you're broadening your and sending your loving vibrations to everybody. It eases your mind, it makes you stress free. You know, even at work or home, you just try. If somebody is really troubling you, you just forgive them and forget whatever they just do it for you. When you just thinking repeatedly, it itches somewhere and creates scars on your life or brain or heart, whatever you say. So the best thing is forgive and forget. So the next one is, see, for this one more thing I'll tell you. If in case if you have a burning coal, the burning coal, if you holds it in your hand, it really hurts you rather than you want to throw it on somebody, on your enemy. For example, the burning red coal, you want to throw it onto your enemy who really made you feel so bad and irritated. But you remember, before you throw it to the other person, whether it may hit that person or not, but surely it burns your hand. The feeling of anger, frustration, all such ill feelings, what we call Arishad Vargas, in that dvesh, anger. These all things actually, rather than the other person, it creates lot of negative impact. Most of the health problems are because of this. Many people say, I can never forget. Please never say that. We have to correct our word. Forgive and forget. When you do that, you will be the happiest person and you will be having that soul realization within you. You'll understand, okay, it is the soul. It is that person might be doing, but that soul is divine. In what circumstances he might have done or she might have done. Okay, let us forgive and forget about it. Forget it. Then you never ever feel the pain. So the third one is forbearance, tolerance. Tolerance is also very, very tough task to practice. You know, but everything when you do sadhana, it becomes natural tendency. You need not do any rigorous practice to practice all these characters. Tolerance. How do you tolerate others? If you think that others are doing because of their knowledge, if you have the knowledge of understanding what the other person is doing, you will never suspect or you never blame the other person. So tolerance always, the forbearance always helps us rather than others. So the person who has that soul realization, who knows that this is soul, this is a divine life I'm leading, and I have to emit, I have to radiate the love, the compassion. Be kind. When you have that, it shows impact on your thought process, word process, and on your action. That is what we call in Sanskrit Trikarana Suddhi. So those who have that Trikarana Suddhi, they never ever suspect or blame others. They take responsibility of whatever karma they do, whatever action they do. They never blame others. Health issue, financial issue, relationship issue, or you have any lack of peace of mind or anything in your life, you own up and you take responsibility and you find solution and you do sadhana and you acquire sajjan sangat and you read the great scriptures and great Vedic knowledge. So with these 3 points, I'm stopping it here. And tomorrow I'll be continuing with the 2 more points. So self-realization comes only from within. That soul, it leads to self-realization, leads to soul realization. When you know that you are divine, when you know that you are soul, you always be in that blissful condition. Thank you, my dears.